In today's video we're going to look at the different strongman equipment that you might need during your training. Some of these will be absolute must-haves and some of them will be more optional extras that might assist you. You might think they're going overboard, that you don't need them. But have a look at all of them and then you can decide which ones you want to get. The first one we're going to look at is a must-have. You have to have this. If you're getting into strongman, if you're getting into powerlifting, you're going to need a proper powerlifting belt. For the likes of your deadlift, your squat, your yoke walk, all of these require this. Once you go heavy, your bracing just with your body isn't going to be enough. To get those big numbers, you're going to need a powerlifting belt. So, we've got our belt. Not a great catch, but anyway. This is your normal belt. You've got a quick release lever. There's a load of different types of these. Go and have a search around. This is from Strength Shop. Really, really good. Not terribly expensive. You can get expensive ones and you can get ones that are just as good for a reasonable price. It is very important. It's the most important piece of kit that you're going to have, so don't skimp on this. Don't get one for 10, 20 euros. There are other belts like Olympic weightlifting belts. You don't want to get those. They are primarily just for Olympic weightlifting. They won't really help you that much in your powerlifting or your strongman moves. So now that we've looked at the belt, we're going to look at our straps for deadlifting. With your deadlifting, you're going to want to go heavier than your grip is going to allow you to go. Your grip is going to be one of the first things that hinders how much you're going to be able to lift. So once you go a little bit heavier, you're going to start using these straps. Okay? And the way they work is they go around your wrist, they go around the bar, and then go around your wrist again. So the bar is caught in here and you grab a hold. Okay? It negates the problem with losing grip on the bar. Okay? Now you will only start to use these once you go heavier. Some people will argue that, well, you want to use your deadlift to increase your grip strength, and that's fine. However, you don't want that to impede your actual bigger weighted deadlifts. Okay? You don't want, well, my grip is getting stronger, but I'm sacrificing my overall deadlift strength. To combat that, you're going to be doing, hopefully, farmer's walks. You're going to be doing plate holds, all these different things that will work on your grip. You don't need to use your deadlift to work on your grip. There's more than enough other exercises, and it will allow you to get heavier on your deadlift. Again, these are very, very inexpensive. I think these ones were something like 15 euros, very cheap, and again, they're really, really good for your training. So, we're done with them, guys. So next we've got our elbow supports. Okay, again, there's loads of different types of these. Some people will prefer the actual wraps, like a knee wrap, where they actually wrap the support around. Some people prefer these sleeves. I personally prefer the sleeves because they're a lot quicker to put on. Again, Strength Shop, very inexpensive, and you can pick them up almost anywhere. Now, in your gym setting, you won't really use these that much. However, when you get to your Atlas stones, or even your the like of your log press, possibly even the yoke, or your farmer's walk, you will these come in very handy. With the Atlas stones especially, and with your truck pull or something like that, there's a huge amount of pressure on the biceps, and bicep tears are very, very common. These will protect somewhat from that. So, we're done with these guys, and we're on to our knee wraps. So like I said, these are the ones where you wrap around the knee, and I was saying about the elbow straps where sometimes you use the wraparound ones. These ones, again, you've got a lot of variations on these. You've got wider ones, you've got narrower ones. I prefer around this width. It just works for me. A lot of people will prefer wider ones. What you want to use with this is when you are wrapping them on, you want to make sure they're wrapped up fully. You don't want to have an unraveled wrap when you're putting these on, but you'll wrap it around And it's like in first aid where you'll still see a third of the wrap all the way around. So you'll see a third, and that's how you wrap securely around your knee. I'm not going too much into detail, but a little bit of a tip for you. Just have a third of the wrap visible for the next wrap over it. Again, these are relatively cheap, but they are a very important piece of kit. When you go really, really heavy, you need to protect those knees. A lot of the time in the gym when you're doing squats, if you go to equipped squats, you will use these as well. So we're done with those guys, and we're going to some more of the optional ones. We've got our wrist straps. Okay, so I'm just going to get one of these out. We've got your wrist straps. These are sort of a medium length one. A lot of lifters will prefer longer ones. These are really, really good. I prefer these. It's sort of nearly a tradition now. I've used these all the way through my training, and I really, really like them, so I'm sticking with them. The main ones you'll use this for, you'll use it obviously in your bench and stuff like that. If you have that in your program, it's not essential for Strongman. However, with your dumbbell press, so when you're bringing that up and you're pressing the really, really heavy dumbbells over your head, you're going to want some support on those wrists. So it's very, very important for that. Some lifters won't use them. It's personal preference. They're not essential, but they are very, very cheap, so it's handy to have in your kit. Finally, and this one will be a little bit more of a controversial piece of equipment, is a fabric belt. Now, I know what you're thinking, it's a corset, and you're thinking, no, I'm definitely not wearing that. The reason I wear this is I'll wear this for my yoke walk. So I double up on support for my spine during the yoke walk, and some lifters will do this. So they will have a fabric belt on underneath, and then they will put their powerlifting or strongman belt on top, and it just adds that extra layer of support. I find it fantastic, and if you have the chance, if you've got, these are everywhere, you'll find them all over the place and very, very cheap. If you have the chance, give it a try, test it out, and it may increase your support for your yoke walk, and it may drive those numbers up, so it's no harm in trying it. Again, it's very much an optional piece of equipment. You don't need it, but it can be a nice little help for you. And that's all of the equipment that I use. Pretty much covered everything. There's other little things that you can get, but they're the main staples of equipment that you will use for your strongman, and again, you will use some of those for your powerlifting stuff as well. I hope you liked this video. I hope it's been helpful. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell. There's going to be loads of tutorial videos coming up. So yeah, watch the